this group and I take a seat on the lowest rung of the ladder, of course we have an open space here, but those of you in front can still see me. But some of you further back can only hear me. I'm not visible to everybody. In our job roles, it's important that we're both visible and credible, that we're both seen and heard. So if I start to move up the ladder, of course there's a little bit of risk involved. I get a little scared. Will it topple over? As I move up the ladder, I become more visible, automatically. But I've taken some risk that maybe I'm not comfortable with. Again, it's important for us to think about this risk and think about being both seen and heard. If I continue further up the ladder, the risk gets greater and greater. I get to the top. At the top of the ladder is where most of the risk occurs. The people that are at the top have probably risked more than those at the middle or those at the bottom. The challenge for you to think about is, how do you up your game? How do you take risk? How do you get to the top? How do you become both seen and heard?
Tell me, ladies, what did you get out of Dennis's presentation so far? What was your most favorite point, or what did you get out of it?
I found that some of the things that I find that are important are also some of the things that are hardest to achieve.
That's why I love doing what I do. And narrowing down so far the points, and right now we're down to going to be to the 7. And what is it that drives you? And that's what I'm being reminded of. Like, yeah, that is what drives me, and that's what I enjoy, and that's why I don't mind going to work. And because if you don't have that, you're not successful in anything that you do in your life.
My aha moment was exactly that no matter what I do, even if I fail, to actually do it and learn something positive from it. It doesn't have to be a failure if I can get something positive and move forward with it.
So it's like moving past the fear of failure.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's taking chances and not being afraid.
I guess I would come back to the focus thing. I think that was one of the last points we just talked about, in terms of, you know, we can become so scattered in what we're doing, and we really lack focus. And then I think with the lack of focus, you have a lack of effectiveness. And so, and we disperse our resources. We keep our resources focused. I think we get a lot more accomplished. So I appreciated that as well.
At the conference here, Dennis always does a phenomenal job with his presentations. This is one of the premier conferences that I've been to this year.
Your favorite part of the conference so far for this first half?
Well, like I said, I really like the self-analysis, you know, when we sat down and we talked about the weaknesses that we had and different things like that, you know, what are the challenges, and also how you turn an unlucky situation into a lucky situation.